We face second place Borussia Dortmund in today's episode of Big Bad Wolfsburg, and I will try to save it after I've played the game.
The Big Bad Wolf. The Big Bad Wolf.
Welcome back to the Thorn YouTube channel. Welcome back to Big Bad Wolfsburg on Football Manager 2017. Today's only game will be a home game against Borussia Dortmund. But before we get to that, and before we get to the games off screen, a little bit of housekeeping to do. If you watched last episode, you'll know that after beating Bayer Leverkusen 3-1, I exited the game and I didn't save it. I thought I had. I quit the game, and then when I went to open it again and load it, there it was. Hadn't been played. So I replayed it and I won 2-0. So it's still a win, but also other results were different as well. So in the recording, Dortmund lost, but when I replayed it, they actually won. So the gap was a bit larger, but we still won our game. So I feel like that's okay. You know, wasn't a massive change, and you know that's just how you work around it. It just happens. It's one of those things. Also, we've just had a January transfer window, and I did sign a player. I signed two actually, because I signed a young midfielder. Didn't sign a striker because honestly the strikers that we could have bought for the money weren't very good. I mean, I was looking at people like Llorente. I'm going to save my money and buy a great striker in the summer window because I don't think Korea's going to be here much longer. Gomez at this point is 32 years old, so you know he hasn't got long left. So we need to buy a huge key striker in the summer. That's the one key player we really need. But I did say that we wanted like a youngster in midfield, and we have got one, and he's German as well. Simplice Kabangu has been bought. We bought him from Freiburg, paid £1.5 million for him. He's played a couple of games in the second team and done okay. He's 15, he's a midfielder, and already, you know, he's coming along nicely. He could have 4.5-star potential, you know, so he could turn into a really good midfielder. At the moment, you know, he's not really suited to our level, but, you know, if we do really struggle in midfield, he can step in, I'm sure. We did sign a defender, and it is a Kyriakos Papadopoulos, and we bought him from Bayer Leverkusen. He's been there for a while. We went to Hamburg on loan in the previous season, and he's come to Wolfsburg. Unfortunately, he's got knee tendonitis. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. This happened literally the day after we signed him. I'll see if I'll show you my emails. No, it's not going to do it. That's a bit annoying. But literally the day after we signed him, he got injured. So that sucks. Now, in terms of sales, there have kind of been 3. Josip Riccardo has gone on loan to Mönchengladbach. He just wasn't getting played at Wolfsburg, so I thought get him out somewhere else. Hopefully he'll get some first team games. And so far for Gladbach, he's played once and got a 6.9. Ismail Azawi is back with the team, so we'll see if he gets a run of games or not. In terms of people that have left permanently, Eric Sviatchenko has gone to Sunderland. I signed him. He was the first player I signed actually in the first summer window, and it just didn't work out. He played hardly any games. He's gone to Sunderland. Including the add-ons, we will recoup what we paid for him, so we won't make too much of a loss. So that's not too bad. The other player that's left is Ashkan Dejaga, whose contract was going to expire in the summer. I tried to ship him out to get some money for him. No one was interested, and at one point their asking price was about £200,000. So I thought, do you know what? Let's just get him off the wage bill, and we released him by mutual consent. So he was a free agent, but he had actually since joined Sheffield Wednesday. So there you go. So this is what the team looks like at the moment. As you can see, a few other players out. Jeffrey Brumer is injured for 4 to 5 weeks with knee injury. So that leaves our centre-back options very limited, with just Robin Knock and Chaglar available, meaning that we've had to call Javier Velasco to the first team, the 16-year-old centre-back. Yet to play a game in the senior team. He's 2-star at the moment, but he's got a great future as the Spaniards. So he could play if we need him to. He's going to be on the bench, I think, because we've only got 2 centre-backs, 2 senior centre-backs. So immediately I regret selling Sviatchenko because Papadopoulos got injured the day after we signed him. Also for this upcoming game, Korcha is suspended. Richley Bazoa is close to a return, but he won't play. So Max Arnold's going to play in midfield. And Velasco at the moment is ineligible due to being below the minimum age requirement for this competition. Okay, so I don't think we can play him either. So we literally have 2 centre-backs for this game, and that's it. I think that was everything I needed to go through. So what we'll do now is go through the goals from the games off screen. I think there were 4 games. I'll show you the Leverkusen score as well, actually. I'll show you what happened in that game. So in the result against Leverkusen, we won 2-0. This was just before the winter break, so we had a nice long layoff after this. Luis Gustavo scored in the first half. Bernardeschi doubled the lead. Muniain went off injured after 35 minutes. He has since returned, so he didn't miss a great deal. And yeah, we played well. We had more possession. We had more shots and chances. So yeah, happy with us. Defended very well as well. Luis Gustavo looking very good in that defensive midfield spot. So now we will go through the rest of the games that I played off screen and look at the goals. The first game off screen was an away game against Mainz, and we took the lead in less than 4 minutes. Bernardeschi's shot was parried away and it fell to Didavi, and we took the lead nice and early on. But just 2 minutes later, Mainz equalised. Levin Oztunal with the finish, and it was 1-1, less than 6 minutes on the clock. With half an hour gone, we retook the lead and kept setting up Luis Gustavo. Lovely finish outside the area, 2-1. 54 minutes in, we made it 3-1. Bernardeschi through and one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and a nice finish with the left foot to make it 3-1. But in the 68th minute, it was 3-2. Yoshinori Muto setting up Oztunal for his second goal of the game, and it ended Mainz 2, Wolfsburg 3. A win, but a bit nervous at times. Next up, we hosted Hamburg. We took the lead in the 27th minute. Yunus Mali with the ball to Bernardeschi and Osimhen with the finish, and a 1-0 lead. The Nigerian then turned provider as he set up Bernardeschi in the 59th minute, and we led 2-0. It was a very comfortable win. We dominated the game, and in the 84th minute, we made it 3-0. Osimhen with his second goal of the game. Very good game for the youngster, and it was a 3-0 win at home against Hamburg. Next match was an away game against Frankfurt, which didn't quite go to plan. Fabian put in a rebound from a free kick 54 minutes in to give the home team the lead. We had to wait until the 91st minute to equalise, and it wasn't even us that scored it. It was a known goal by the centre-back Abraham, and it was a 1-1 draw away against Frankfurt. Kind of disappointing, and we really didn't deserve anything from this. Then we hosted Ingolstadt in the DFB Pokal quarter-finals. They went down to 10 men in the 34th minute. Didavi was fouled by Morales, who got 2 very early yellow cards, and Ingolstadt down to 10 men. Wolfsburg took the lead in the 42nd minute. Daniel Didavi with the goal. He had a free kick cleared, came back to him, and he scored a great finish, 1-0. We doubled our lead in the 81st minute, and it was a Mario Gomez who got the goal, ending another dry run for the striker. It was a 2-0 win, and it's sent us through to the semi-finals of the DFB Pokal. The draw of which will be immediately. Now, there's 4 teams left. There's been some big upsets in the tournament. Dortmund went out very early. Frankfurt are still in it. Gladbach and Bayern. Now, I feel like we either face Bayern in the semis or in the final, because they'll beat whoever they get. So if we can face them now, that should, on paper, give us an easy final if we can beat them in the semis. But either way, I think we'll have to beat Bayern München at some point to get through to the to actually win the whole thing. But we'll see who we get. So Bayern are the first team out, and we are going to face them in the semi-finals. Gladbach and Frankfurt in the other semi-final. So I think we'll see when that is. It might be soon. So I think we'll have to play that maybe. It depends where it is. So that semi-final isn't for a while. So I think that will be the episode after next. So next episode, we'll go around the Hoffenheim time. Maybe do Gladbach or something. And then the episode after that, we'll do that semi-final against Bayern. Dortmund, though, very worried about them. They are in second place. They had a very strong start. They had a 100% record for about 7 or 8 games, I think, and won all of them. They've fallen away a little bit, and they've actually lost the lead to Bayern, but, they're still a very good team. I don't think we've beaten them yet. They're safe. So, yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. Now, we have a lot of people missing. So, Korcha suspended, meaning we'll start Christian Trask on the right. In centre defence, we'll start with Nock and Chaglar, which is a great partnership. They are probably our 2 best centre-backs. Chaglar's been a fantastic young defender, so that's going to play in there. I want Luis Gustavo starting in place of Gilavogi. Arnold's going to start. Let's start... do we start Gomez or do we start Osimhen? I'm going to start Victor Osimhen. Gomez hasn't scored enough for me, really. Only 7 goals so far. So we're going to start Victor Osimhen. I'm going to go with Ricardo Rodriguez at left back, who has actually signed a new contract. I just reminded myself. We got rid of the 26 million release clause. He's on the same wage, but his appearance fees and whatnot are a little bit higher. Okay, now centre back. What are we going to do? Because we can't play one. Linus Wahlqvist can somewhat play a centre back. I guess that would be like an emergency option. He's not very comfortable there, but I think that's the best we can do, really. On the left-hand side, actually, I'm going to go Paul Georges-Ntep in place of Muniain, who's been kind of average. He's been all right. He scored 7 goals this season, so he's been okay. Just not amazing. We'll actually have him on the bench for this. So there we go. That's going to be the team. Let's send that out and let's hope for a good result here. A home game against Dortmund. It's going to be an interesting one. So the Dortmund team, they've got a very strange away kit. Burke is in goal. Guerrero, Toprak, Sotiris Papastafopoulos and Paslak. Ginter, Weigl, Götze in the cam spot. Schürrle on the left. Dembele on the right. Aubameyang up top. On the bench, they've got Pulisic. They bought Gerard Moreno from Real Sociedad, a player that I used with Sevilla, I think. Yeah, Sevilla. Also Castro, Smeltzer, Kagawa on the bench. And Don, the goalkeeper, Bartra's there as well. Matching formations more or less. Gustavus is playing a little bit deeper as the ball winner. Last game we won 2-0. I'm going to say, show me what you can do to keep our run going. We've been on a good run. You know, we haven't lost in a little while. Not since the defeat to someone we lost not long ago. Start the match and let's see what we can do here. Okay, we are underway. Let's see what happens. Now we have a corner in less than 5 minutes here. This is a good early sign. Back with Didavi. Here's Victor Osimhen. Shot on target goes our way. Saved by Berkey. But a decent start. We've got a decent chance there. Early stages. We have dominated possession, which is good. But Dortmund have it here. Here's Felix Paslak to Weigl. Here is Ginter. Now Aubameyang. Andre Schürrle. And that's taken a deflection. Really? We're playing this game, are we? We've had plenty of possession in the first 10 minutes. And they take the lead because of a deflection. Let's see it again. Aubameyang to Andre Schürrle. And Schürrle's effort would have been covered by... Benaglio's in goal. I didn't want him in goal. It took a deflection off Robinov. I forgot to put Rajkovic back in goal. Playing well here. Blaszczykowski to Arnold. Here's Gustavo. Didavi. To Ntep. That's a great ball and a great goal. 1-1. Almost an instant reply. Great work by Daniel Didavi with the assist. And a good finish by Ntep. Luis Gustavo did good work as well. Didavi setting up Paul Georges-Ntep. And then Ntep with a lovely finish with the right foot. 1-1. Going to change the shape to something a bit more fluid. Tactic-wise, I think we're going to leave it more or less the same though. We're doing well. You know, we're not losing. That's good. I don't know if we've lost every game against Dortmund. I think there have been 1 or 2 draws. But I don't think we've beaten them yet in the save. So that would be a nice thing to aim for. Going in a half-time, looks like we're going to be level. Gustavo's got another yellow card. Surprise, surprise. And half-time, it is 1-1. We're doing well though. So I'm going to say, you're performing well out there. Keep it up and the result will come. That has helped. That is a good team talk. Knock has got a bit of a low rating. I guess he was a bit to blame for the goal. Also, Rodriguez... not doing too well. In terms of our tactics, let's try and turn the tempo up a little bit. Do we try and work it in there? I guess we try and work the ball in there. We've got the shorter passing on as well. Let's see if this helps. Second half underway. Dortmund have had more shots than us, but we are edging it in possession. So hopefully we can keep hold of that stat and make the possession our own. We have the highlight here. 49th minute of the game. Max Arnold has it. Here's Luis Gustavo. Now Robin Knock. Didavi. Can he set up a Simon with something? He's found Paul Georges-Ntep again. And Ntep hits the woodwork. It's cleared by Paslak. That was a great chance to take the lead. And Ntep and Didavi linking up very well. We have a corner. What can we do with this? It's handball by Chaglar. Okay. We're playing very well though. I'm very happy with how this is going today. Going to do a touchline team talk and just encourage them. Come on. We scored 1. We can score another one. We can take a lead here. Simon's not had a lot to do today. So I feel like maybe bringing Gomez on might help. We played an hour, so I feel like in the next 10 minutes or so, I think we will make that change unless Osimhen scores a goal. He has the ball here, finds Paul Georges-Ntep. He's still got it. Here's Didavi, plays it out to Rodriguez, and Didavi, that is a fantastic goal. I'm sorry, that is brilliant. That was so fun. Great link up between Didavi and Rodriguez, like as one of the widest 1-2s I've ever seen. Ntep to Didavi, floats it out wide to Rodriguez, the low cross, and Didavi just... That's a fantastic goal. That is really good. 20 minutes left. We are going to bring off Isimin. He's not made a massive impact on the game. We are going to bring on Mario Gomez as the advanced forward, but we're leading. I'm going to leave it on stand for now. Let's put the tempo back to normal. We're closing down more. Let's not worry too much about tackling. I don't really want to do either of those. Just like sort of mix and match, really. Stick to positions, I think, and then that should do. But we are winning against Dortmund. This is good. Dortmund's form has slipped a bit. So, you know, they're not in the best run of form at the moment. Meanwhile, we haven't lost in quite a while. So, very happy with this. Although they have a corner here, and it's hit the bar. It's cleared by Gustavo, and potential counter-attack there, but we didn't see it. Going to make another sub, 79 minutes. Bleszakovski's going to come off. No Bernadeschi. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, we'll move Tep to the right-hand side then. And I guess we'll bring on Muniain. I've moved these midfield three to something a bit more supportive, so hopefully they'll help out and drop back a bit more. Arnold's also a roamer. Going to make Gustavo a ball winner on defend. Try and sit back a bit for the last 10 minutes. Also in the touchline team talk, I'm just going to ask them to just tighten up a bit. And hopefully we can hold on to this, because this could be a big win. And now there's 5 minutes left. Let's go defensive. I'll make my last change. Let's get Dadavi off. Let's bring on Gilavogi, defensive midfielder. We're on defensive. Let's just make it a bit more structured. Waste time. Drop deeper. Pump it up the box. Just get out of the area if it does come in. And I think we're going to win this 2-1 unless there's a very late goal, which I hope there isn't. And the time's elapsed. There is a free kick here. As soon as this is cleared, this should be full time. There it is. Wolfsburg 2, Dortmund 1. That is a big win. I'm happy with that. Very good win, boys. Well done. And that's made them very happy. And that has shot us to third place in the table. We're now only a point behind Dortmund. We're 5 behind Bayern, although they do still have to play their game. But if they don't win that, then suddenly we're in a title race, which is astounding, really. We've been okay this season, but we've hardly been spectacular. We've not had like massive wins, really. That's a huge, huge win. Apparently we were lucky today. I think Tuchel's just a bit sour grapes because we beat them at last. Dortmund did win their game. They beat Leverkusen 1-0. So they are 8 points ahead of us and they're 7 clear of Dortmund. So Bayern at the moment are kind of runaway leaders at the moment. But 7 points is a gap that can be closed. It's going to take a lot. Okay, so I think we will do the Hoffenheim game next season. That does mean 5 games off screen. In fact, we'll do 4. We'll have a double. We'll play Gladbach and Hoffenheim. That's a good spot to stop. And then the one after that, we'll definitely do the Bayern semi-final. And then if there's a Europa League game around there, we might do that as well. Because last 16, it's not too bad. I didn't know where I expected to get in the Europa League. Let's have a look at that. Board expectation is to reach the second knockout round. So if we can get through Braga, we'll have achieved that. That's brilliant. And then I guess we'll work from there. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when it's not on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next episodes. We're going to face Hoffenheim, and we're going to face Mönchengladbach. That was the other team, wasn't it? Yep. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Goodbye.